Hello everyone. Today, I'll be presenting my portion of the operations management assignment, and my group has chosen LEGO to be the topic of our assignment. LEGO's operation strategy is to expand its product line and business operations in new markets. However, while doing so, LEGO wants stability by maintaining its market share. LEGO has a clear operation strategy as shown by its vast product line. LEGO's products are based on different movies, video games, television shows, and more. LEGO has released thousands of LEGO sets and items since 1949. This suggests that LEGO has no intention to slow down production anytime soon, and that they are interested in expanding their product line. Their operation strategy supports their business strategy of targeting a defined segment rather than everyone. LEGO nearly went bankrupt in the early 2000s because their core audience was not interested in the products they were creating, and it nearly destroyed them because of it. AFOLS, known as adult fans of Legos, was a segment that LEGO was ignoring for quite some time. Once they realized how many adult fans of Legos there were, they started to design product lines for them, and LEGO rebounded from near bankruptcy. LEGO's operation strategy developed and changed in recent years, as LEGO has reduced the amount of money they put into shipping products to Europe and the US, and instead put money into operating new stores. LEGO is developing the Asian markets as they opened a factory in Jiaxing, China, that can supply Legos to customers in China, Japan, and South Korea. LEGO is expanding its focus from only Europe and US to the Asian markets, and this shows that LEGO is changing its operation strategy as they are now expanding into Asia, something LEGO hasn't done before. LEGO offers a wide variety of products and services. This includes LEGO sets, figurines, backpacks, stationaries, and many more different accessories. As I discussed previously, LEGO does target different markets. However, they do not have different offerings that cater to different markets. This is because the research has shown that Chinese children play with LEGO in the same way as children from other nationalities, regardless of the product line. As a result, LEGO has decided that they will not be developing product lines specific to the Chinese or Asian markets. The operations challenges that LEGO products face is producing the LEGO pieces in a timely manner, such as supply chain issues, but that will be discussed in further detail later. LEGO sets have thousands of pieces of LEGO in them, with the largest LEGO set of all time having 11,695 pieces. Since LEGO is participating in several different markets, they must be able to mass produce LEGO pieces for the sets to be available globally. LEGO, however, is good at developing their products because they ensure that the quality of their products is the same worldwide. John Hansen, the Senior Vice President for Engineering and Quality at LEGO, has said that they have the same quality standards, whether the LEGO is produced in Denmark or Mexico. LEGO cares deeply about the quality of their product because they want to ensure that kids are getting the best experience with their bricks. Hansen also commented on LEGO's product design process. It starts with the engineers working closely together with all the different departments to make the design. First, they focus on the parts in the LEGO sets. Afterwards, they design the mold, the LEGO piece when it's fully assembled. The manufacturing of the mold follows shortly after, so they can get to the physical mold of a LEGO set, so which they can then test for different things such as safety and other factors. LEGO measures the impact of their design and new product development because LEGO is an environmentally conscious company. They realize that polymer, one of the main ingredients used in their toys, is derived from oil, which is a non-renewable resource. They are actively looking for a new material to use that is better for the environment. I briefly covered the product design earlier, but I'll now go into depth regarding the process design for Legos. Trucks filled with granules, which is a form of polymer, is delivered to LEGO factories. Afterwards, they are molded at a temperature of about 230 degrees Celsius, and the plastic residue is shaped into LEGO-sized molds with perfect accuracy. They are cooled for only about 10 seconds, and then are injected onto conveyor belts for the final process of packing the Legos into their sets. I believe that if the LEGO Group were to use an environmentally friendly alternative to polymers, it will lead to an improvement in the performance of the organization. Using environmentally friendly alternatives would ensure the longevity of the LEGO Group because they could not use polymers forever as it is an oil-based material and oil is a non-renewable resource as we all know. Eventually, LEGO will have to switch to an alternative to polymer, and the sooner they make that change, the better it will be for the performance of the company as a whole. The LEGO stores use the retail layout for their shops. This is the ideal layout to use because it attracts the attention of the customer and draws them into the store, increasing the likelihood of them buying a product. For example, LEGO promotes their popular new sets in front of the store. This is a great idea because they are using a prominent location to advertise a high impulse item. Customers will see that item, and it might entice them to put the item into their basket, even if they had no intention to. Also, LEGO places other popular items around the periphery of the store. They do this because they want the customer to look at the other less popular items along their way to find the popular items, further increasing the chance of a purchase. However, LEGO could improve their store layout. I would improve their layout by using end aisle locations. LEGO does not have many aisles in their store and none of them are utilizing end aisle locations. I would help LEGO utilize the end aisle locations to advertise a special set or discounted products so more customers are drawn to that area of the store.
Hello everybody, my name is Michael. So LEGO's long-term goal is simple and derives from their motto to inspire and develop the builders of tomorrow. LEGO wants to continue developing and innovating within the toy industry to create products that motivate and challenge our future generations. Now let us touch on the short term. Forecasting is an important part of LEGO's day-to-day operations, and while they have long-term partnerships with humongous names such as Star Wars, one existing threat is their short-term partnering with brands. If LEGO were to decide to partner with an outdated or unpopular brand, they risk affecting their sales and holding on to a lot of inventory, which would drastically increase their inventory costs. In the future, LEGO should strive to continue finding popular brands to work with and maybe ones with proven long-term success, such as they've done already with the likes of Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. LEGO wasn't actually always known as the plastic brick building company that it is today. When the company was originally founded back in 1932, they began by selling wooden toys, which was the big thing at the time. But LEGO, being the company that they are, were quite ahead of their time, and they began creating plastic toys even when retailers and consumers refused to let them phase out the wooden toys because they considered the wooden toys to be superior to the plastic ones. In addition to that, LEGO have also patented something called the stud and tube, which is where at the bottom of the LEGO piece you have these like circular tubes with an opening, and they latch on perfectly to the top part of the other LEGO pieces that have these like little circular part that sticks out on top. I'm sure you've seen it. And it's crazy because we've seen this adapted as a strategy within many other companies, meaning that LEGO has definitely left their mark on the toy industry. So while I was doing research on the LEGO company, I think one really cool story I found was the story about the Mindstorm. So back in 1998, LEGO invented their product line called the LEGO Mindstorm, and this was a toy that was focused on both hardware and software. This is just another example of LEGO continuously innovating by introducing such features into their product way ahead of its time. So within a few weeks of the initial release of the product, it was actually hacked into by a lot of other users, which you can imagine would create some sort of PR disaster and question the legitimacy and the safety of such a product. However, LEGO actually ended up turning this into a success story, and you might be asking yourself how. Well, instead of pursuing legal action against the hackers, LEGO actually decided to take it upon themselves to work with the hackers to help further innovate and improve the product. This was a great example of something called an open innovation strategy. Open innovation is a strategy where you utilize ideas and solutions from a diverse group of individuals. Another one of LEGO's popular models is only the best is good enough. Quality is very important to LEGO because one defect piece could mean that the entire product is unable to be completed by a consumer. The piece has to be just right. It can't be too easy to pull apart, and it can't be too hard to pull apart. LEGO is a company that actually would not benefit from outsourcing, believe it or not. In the early 2000s, LEGO attempted to outsource production in Asia, but unfortunately it turned out to be more detrimental than beneficial. Look, while it is cheaper to produce the pieces in Asia, unfortunately there was very little consistency in shape and quality of the pieces, which after hearing the model of LEGO and how important precision is, you can imagine why that's such a disaster. LEGO's day-to-day operations focuses on many aspects such as best practice, simplification, and shared view, just to name a few, in order for them to uphold their quality and standard of their products. So I do have a personal issue with LEGO, being someone who's worked there personally and has bought their product before, and that is sometimes the products are missing a few pieces. So my personal suggestion for that is perhaps LEGO could dabble with predictive analytics, which could help them predict which pieces may be missing in products. And while they do have a current system to request missing pieces for free, those orders do take a while to arrive. However, with predictive analytics, perhaps they can predict which of these items might be missing and they could stock the stores with them preemptively. And in addition to that, the data could probably prove to be useful in other ways, such as determining why the pieces are missing in the first place, or perhaps how they can prevent it from happening to begin with. Alright, so we all remember the struggles of COVID-19. Many companies experienced terrible delays and disruptions surrounding their supply chain. And if you've ever collected or played cards, for example, the Pokemon trading card game was a huge victim of this. It got to the point where consumers were lining up outside of stores before the store even opened to try and get their hands on any product that they could, and the supply just could not meet the demand. LEGO is one of the few companies that wasn't experiencing product delays and disruptions at the time. Thanks to having a shorter supply chain, meaning having as few intermediaries as possible, they didn't have as much difficulties getting their products into the hands of retailers and consumers. LEGO's supply chain is very, very simple. Step 1, order plastic from suppliers. Step 2, use raw materials to mold LEGO bricks. Step 3, packaging. Step 4, ship the product from plants to distribution centers. Step 5, distribute to retail stores. And step 6, customers purchase the product from the retail stores. Very, very simple. LEGO's supply chain management isn't perfect and can definitely use some help abroad, however. In the Asian and Latin American markets, they are holding inventory much longer than their competitors, which are Hasbro and Mattel. Holding inventory for a longer period of time is an indication of product not moving very well. Mine and Yusa's recommendation is that LEGO perhaps adjust their prices of the products to make them more affordable, or perhaps they can use different methods to promote the products in these markets. For example, if you're promoting in Asia, something else that you can do is perhaps market the product in a different way. Instead of a standard LEGO commercial, perhaps you can make one in an anime style, which is a style that's very popular over in Asia. With that said, that is the end of our presentation. We hope you've enjoyed and thank you so much for listening.